Hi, welcome to our Wednesday devotional. Thank you for taking time to listen here for a few moments, share this time with me. What a blessing it is to be able to share a thought every week from the Word of God. This week, as I was reading through the Word of God, I came upon one of the best stories in the Bible, one of the favorite stories in the Bible. It's one of those stories where the good guys win, even though they didn't have enough power. At least it seemed that way. That's the kind of stories I like. I never have been much of a fan of tragedies and horrible, sad endings. I like happy endings. So I was over in Judges chapter 7 reading the story again of Gideon. Gideon was a weak guy. He thought he was from too small a tribe to even be the leader. He didn't think he was worthy. He had to ask God to prove that he was the right guy. And God did. God's patient with him. And then he rounded up an army and got over 30,000 men for his army. And that really wasn't big enough to fight the enemy, but it was a pretty good-sized army. They were formidable with that many people. And God said, "You've got too many people." And he whittled them down until finally there were only 300 men. 300 men with Gideon to fight a battle with thousands and thousands of people. Well, you may remember the story. God told them to go and make a circle around the enemy, and in their hand they would carry a torch, and at the right time they would break a lamp that was over the torch. The torch would start burning lively and brightly around the enemy, and all the way around there'd have a huge circle of fire in the middle of the night. Then you get to Judges chapter 7, verse 21. Key verse, I think, that says this: "And they stood every man in his place round about the camp." Now here's a question for you. Which one of those men was more important? Was it the guy standing over on the north side of the camp? Or was the guy standing on the southeastern side of the camp? Or was obviously everyone was important? And if one or two of them had become afraid and run away, there would have been a gap in that circle. Not every man standing in his own place, and the enemy very likely would have escaped through that gap. They would have seen it wasn't so bad as they thought it was. I thought about that in our Christian life and in our church. What a blessing it is to have a church when everyone stands in his place. When we have people who stand in the pulpit, that's my privilege. We have people who stand in the classrooms, Sunday school classes. We have people who stand in the choir and sing, provide music for us. We have people who stand in the Awana program. What a joy it was last week to be in the Awana program for an evening. We have people who stand in all these various places. Which one is more important? Is the preacher more important than the guy that cleans the rooms and cleans the bathrooms? Is the music director more important than the guy that mows the lawn and has the place looking really nice as you drive up? Who's more important? I think in God's work, in God's church, everyone's important. I think the key to us having a successful church, the key to us going forward, the key to all we're doing is that every man stand in his own place. What a joy it is when we're all working from our own place, all working together to accomplish the goal for Jesus Christ. I mentioned not long ago that the church is a body and you want every part of the body functioning correctly. So it is, as we are in battle, that we want every man standing in his own place. What a joy it was to see that great ending when the enemies were defeated and God used only 300 of Gideon's men. Let's be sure this week that we stand everyone in our own place. What a joy it is to serve with you. What a joy it is to serve with men and women who are willing to stand in a place, though it might seem small, but they stand in their place and do their job faithfully. What a joy it is to serve a living God and to serve with you, his people. God bless you. Have a great day.